We get gang members from Northern California, Southern California, from Arizona. We get them from Texas. We get them from Illinois. We get them from Utah. We have your traditional Crips Bloods, gangster disciples, vice lords, Southern California Hispanic gang members. Your Sureños, your Southsiders, they fight, they war, they beef against each other.
Money, liquor, drugs, it's nightlife. City that never sleeps, city of sin. That's what we got tatted on us, you know, Sin City. But that's why this county gonna stay packed, you know what I'm saying, 24/7. That's why you guys are here, because that's the Vegas life for you. Ain't no city like it.
Now lift it up.
Before prison,
This is jail.
there's jail, where guilt or innocence hangs in the balance. And each day brings you one step closer to your fate. During 1 year, National Geographic followed the lives of officers and inmates in the city of Las Vegas. For a jail that sees nearly 80,000 arrestees each year, you never know who's coming in next.
Put your chest on.
This is the world of hard time. Welcome to the Clark County Detention Center. It's home for a revolving cast of 3,500 inmates charged with everything from unpaid traffic tickets to multiple murders. Different ethnicities and backgrounds, and the jail has to manage them all.
You. I'll come back and talk to you later.
It can be a volatile mix, stirred by a stark reality. Nearly a quarter of the inmates here are gang members. So the jail has created a special intelligence unit focused solely on the security threat group, the gangs, headed by Sergeant Rocco Lepore.
Currently, we're roughly around 750 identified gang members in our facility. It's a constant cat and mouse game, trying to find, identify, and weed out the players. We have great whites, we have guppies. Great whites are your security threat group members, individuals that have done hard time, very violent inmates. Your guppies are your low-level charges, your bench warrants. Can't put great whites and guppies together because the great whites will always feed on the guppies. They will eat the guppies up.
The gang unit is proactive in their approach, and lately there's intel of an ongoing clash, a beef between rival Latino factions. So the team is gearing up for a search of one of the jail's toughest tiers, Unit 2J, in the hope of heading off any violence.
We know these are known gang members, known shot callers for their respective groups. We're gonna go in there, look and see if there's any actionable information that might help us with gang identification, hits, criminal activity inside the housing unit, check for weapons, you know, all the good stuff. We have homegrown Nevada Hispanic gang members that do not follow the rules of the Southsiders from California. And there's a little beef that goes on up in the prison system, down here in our jail system, out on the streets between the two factions.
Back up to the cuff port. Put your arms through the cuff port. Palms together. Okay, stay right there. Basically, everybody that's in this unit is identified as a security threat group member or gang member. These are our worst inmates in Clark County Detention Center. We try to identify our top shot callers that are politicking the gangs, and we try to isolate them from general population and keep them from, creating issues within the county. When we're doing cell searches, a lot of gang members, they like to tag up the walls, just like what you'd see out on the street. They'll put their monikers, their nicknames up on the walls. They'll put who they're affiliated with. That's the type of stuff we're looking for. Gang indicia, showing us what he's about, his belief systems.
This individual is a Nevada gang member, Hispanic gang member, who has no allegiance to the Sureños or Southsiders out of California. He's born and raised in Nevada and is down for the Nevada card. If this individual had the opportunity to be out on a tier with a Sereno or a Southsider, it's a hit on sight between the two factions.
The affiliation is marked in the gang unit's records, and the inmate will be segregated from the California groups. It's all part of a jail-wide effort to keep rival gangs apart, to keep the peace.
Ankle. I don't want to put you in the wrong cell, the wrong house unit. Okay, so if you have a problem with any kind of gang, if you associate with them, tell me, so I don't house you the wrong people. You hang out the south side, right?
I'm just like a family man.
Okay.
For real.
That's a yes.
But sometimes, violence is unavoidable. And upstairs, a code call rings out. A fight's broken out in Unit 7B, a tier containing rival black gangs. And although it's contained by the time Lepore arrives, the challenge now is figuring out whether this is an isolated incident or the start of something bigger.
This involvement from last week? Is this just all black on black? We need to find out if they're California, Nevada, Blood, Crip. You know, since it's all black, I don't even know where to start with this.
Two suspected players are isolated to gather more intel.
2-on-2, when old boy from Hoover came over, started getting down.
To determine which gangs were involved and what was the cause.
Now, I'm just trying to piece some stuff together real quick. I know your cellie belongs to a Crip set. I know he's beefing with the dude that's on a Crip set. Was there a lot of wolfing going on between?
There was some talking.
So you had a dude from Donna, you had a Nevada rolling 60. You have you, Hoover Deuce, 5 Deuce, and then you have Atlantic Drive. California. He's from, I mean, are you claiming like a Cali car on
Yeah, I'm
5
on Cali
Deuce?
car.
Okay.
They disrespected my set.
They disrespected your set too?
Yeah, the 6.
What, the Vegas dude?
No, the 60.
With the intel in hand, Lepore heads back downstairs to put together the pieces with his team.
And Mr. LaFleur, this guy and him were beefing, wolfing through doors. There's always more to the story. There's always underlying issues to stories in the jail with gangs, with race, politics. This turned out to be a black on black, gang on gang, state on state. California, Nevada, all Crips. They're all Crips. My concern is the Nevada-California issue right now, up in that housing unit.
It's a troubling finding, signs of a possible turf war. So Lepore escalates, joining forces with the jail's CERT team to return to the scene of today's fight and gather more intel.
Our primary objective, we're going to shake down. We're going to go in and kind of make our presence known. We're going to do a little bit of intel searching for Sergeant Lepore and his guys. We kind of need to know what gang set are you in, who do you run with.
Call it out, Bennett. On the radio.
The CERT team and the gang unit will come in hard for a full-scale shakedown.
Out the door! Everyone down to your box,
It's a mental chess match between our guys and their guys. So it's never stagnant. It's always changing, always evolving. Gangs are always evolving. Everything, their communication styles, their membership styles, everything changes. And we have to stay up on it.
Where's that wall?
What's your name, dude?
Huh?
What's your name?
Where?
Where you from, dude?
Where I'm from?
Yeah. Vegas?
Yeah.
Born, raised?
Yeah.
It's the individuals that are hard, that are programmed hard in California or wherever they're from, and they come here and try to establish things here in our jail, try to run their program here in our jail. That's when we get involved.
Every inmate is removed from their cell, and every cell is searched. Lepore's objective: identify the senior gang members and make sure there will be no retaliation for the fight.
All right, what are you in here for? Big picture, it's for the players, the shot callers, trying to find those guys, trying to find the big homies or the OGs that are pulling the puppet strings. I don't want to hear, you know, I don't want somebody getting disrespected, somebody getting disrespected, and then somebody, you older guys, start taking it personal and stuff like that. We will always run our program. We will not let gang members or other inmates try to establish their own program because we run the facility. We do what we do here. Is there going to be an issue in here between California and Nevada?
Not that I know of, you know what I mean? That was like unexpected. It was the little youngsters, you know,
right. So. My opinion on this, it was a single episode, Cripsets disrespecting other Cripsets. In my mind, I think it's pretty much done in here.
For today, at least, the rivalry seems to have been contained. But in jail, fights can happen at any time. And it won't be long before 7B is on the radar again. Another code red rings out at the Clark County Detention Center. And again, the location is Unit 7B.
You got any other tattoos?
NT
for North Town, and then what else you got?
I got my mom's name right here. I got public enemy #1 right there.
The aggressor is a Crip named Jason Davis, and the fight is all about respect.
Sometimes I be a high head, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So I slapped him in the face with a tray, and then he rushed me, and we started scrapping. And it was for a level of respect. He's an older cat, I'm a youngster, you know what I'm saying? Some of these older cats in here just think they can just say anything to us, you know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to just, like, follow, like, they run this politics, you know what I'm saying? Oh, just because you're older, we got to run up behind you or something. And that.
Today's fight is just the latest chapter in the life of a hustler making his reputation. Jason Davis is no stranger to the world behind bars. Only 27, he's already done 4 years in prison and is getting at least 3 more. A repeat offender, driven by the gangster rules of survival.
I'm not taking no disrespect. If I would take disrespect, that means everybody else gonna disrespect me. You disrespect me, I'm gonna show you the same disrespect, and we gonna scrap wherever we at. In jail, you nip in the bud, you know what I'm saying? Say something to you real disrespectful, man. You gotta get at that cat, man, because if you let him slide with it, everybody else gonna keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have 1 million people on the tier talk to you. That's what it is, so hell no, I ain't taking no disrespect from nobody. Just like most people ain't gonna take no disrespect from me up in here. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it is.
For his actions, Davis will sit in the SEG unit awaiting a hearing before the jail's conduct board. But today's fight is another disturbing sign that gang conflicts are still rampant. So Lepore and his team are readying for a major operation to identify affiliations and rivalries among the jail population, using evidence written on the gangsters themselves.
Throughout history, tattoos indicate different tribes, different groups, warring tribes. So through the years, gangs have adopted utilizing tattoos. They'll put their names of where they're from. They'll have specific identifiers to each gang. Tattoos are huge for us. Tattoos are a big key to us identifying certain individuals, specifically higher ranking individuals. It assists us with identifying our players, who they claim. We can get information about who they associate with.
It's vital intel on a group that rarely comes clean with the officers.
This is Operation Ink Spot. This is the first one that we've done. You're going to have a camera. You're going to have placards for the names. You're going to take the first picture with this. That'll be the starting point for his tattoo photos. You guys know what you're looking for. If you have security threat group tattoos, identify them, and let me know.
The team rolls out, targeting the North Tower, the site of the recent fights.
What's up, guys? My name is Officer Seeley. I'm with the Gang Special Investigations Unit. We're going through this module, taking pictures of all tattoos. Take your shirt off for me, please. He's got a cross on his left chest.
When they come up for trial or when they go to court, they're trying to argue that they're not a gang member, they don't play under gang politics. This documentation is good to have for that.
The tattoos not only verify affiliation, but also bring new gang members to light.
What did it used to say? T-Mac. He used to be known as T-Mac? Yeah. He had a 13-9, but he's white boy, biker.
Biker.
Affiliated with HAs. Father and his uncle are HAs, and he's a prospect.
9813. We got nothing on him.
Yeah, he said he's trying to earn his 81.
All right, so we'll catch him.
Today's action is a good start, identifying multiple inmates as gang members and solidifying the allegiances of others.
Hold that up just a little higher.
All valuable information that is cataloged and can be used to make sure that rival factions are kept apart and peace is maintained on the tiers.
I'd rather be in prison than doing bitch-ass time like this, man. Simple as that. This county life is man. Straight up.
Jason Davis is biding his time in disciplinary housing after starting a fight. But he won't be here long. He's riding out to prison soon on a 3 to 10-year sentence for burglary, robbery, and attempted coercion.
All it was a dope deal gone bad. A guy pulled a gun out and he got his gun took from him. Simple as that. If you ask me personally, he ain't no right calling the cops anyways. You're a dope dealer, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like me calling the cops. But, you know, hey, I'm guilty. It is what it is. I'm here, and I'm gonna go to prison and do my time like a man, you know, and get out. Simple as that.
Hey, Snap! What up?
I've been on my own since I was 13, you know. My mom had a lot of kids, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't get everything we wanted to get, so we had to go get it ourselves, you know what I'm saying? If it's steal it, take it, rob it, whatever the hell, go sell dope, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? So, in a way, I'm still kind of like that, hustling, go get it by any means necessary. Jail is the streets. Reputations come from the streets, and they sometimes is made more in jail, you know? So, in my case, I got my reputation when I was young.
Hey, man, see. Me and you be going up together, homie.
Growing up on the wrong side of the strip, he fell in with a local gang, the Crips, for guidance and respect.
Northtown, that's where I grew up at, North Las Vegas, down the Crips. That's who I rode with. It was rough where I grew up. We had big homies that looked over us, made us to where we are right now. I'm well known up in here from Northtown. I mean, I'm a gangster, for sure. That's a good and bad thing, you know what I'm saying? It's a good thing because people know what they get when they with you, but it's a bad thing also, too, that you put you on that radar.
I done had way more harder fights than juvenile.
This is a different world in here. Bad is good, you know what I'm saying? Bad gets your reputation. A reputation stands for everything, you know what I'm saying? It stands for everything. Just like the streets talk, the county talk, you know what I'm saying? The county gonna tell everybody in prison what you did.
While Davis is working to build a reputation that will follow him to prison, other inmates are simply trying to survive. Especially in the North Tower, where another fight has broken out, this time in Unit 7A.
An inmate got attacked during chow, got knocked down on the ground, got hit multiple times on the ground, drags him on the floor a little bit, drags him back to the room where the door is, continues to hit him.
It's a unit that runs deep with paisas and sureños, two major gangs in the jail.
Paisas are They're Mexican nationals. They are grouped together for protection or to form a bond of individuals that don't speak English. Sureños are the gangsters, they're the true gangsters, and they kind of look down on the paisas.
The fight could be a sign of a turf war between the factions, so uncovering the cause quickly is key.
We always narrowed down to 8 rooms, but with this video footage, just narrowed down to 2 rooms now. It's either room 3 or room 6.
And this time, Officer Gonzalez takes the lead on the investigation, beginning with a suspected paisa named Ramirez, ID'd in the footage.
It appears that he's one of the guys that was involved because of his hair, a ponytail. Whoever was running away from the scene appeared to have a ponytail. So, ¿sabes por qué estamos aquí? ¿Verdad?
Por lo de la pelea.
Sí. ¿Verdad? Okay, the south side was sitting with the paisas. And they began to argue. ¿Se comenzaron a pelear?
Sí.
They began to fight. This side of the story is paisa Sureño are arguing. The other Sureños from another table all stand up. The victim punches Ramirez, and that's when that fight jumps off.
But the gangster's word isn't worth much on its own. And Sergeant Lepore has just received new intel, a note from an inmate informant called a kite.
I just got a kite from up there. He's a paisa. He's a Hispanic, I guess. And he put it all out there about Mr. Ramirez, calling him a shot caller in the housing unit. So he might be playing a role, might be playing both sides of the fence almost.
It appears the fight was a power play, a move by Ramirez to consolidate his authority.
Is this room 13 right here?
Another inmate is called down,
Attacked him.
Ramon Dorado, who was beaten in the fight.
My name's Officer Seeley. We're with the Gang Special Investigations Unit.
Dorado is no stranger to gang politics. He claims he's a veteran paisa, that he knows the world well and is a player in the game.
We were eating breakfast at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We eating breakfast, and he's disrespecting the whole table. Next thing I know, I'm blocking chairs that's flying. Once you throw a punch or somebody throws a punch at you, what you gonna do?
Defend yourself.
You're gonna defend yourself as best as you can.
Right.
Even though you got nothing to do with it, all of a sudden you're getting hit left and right for no reason. You don't understand these people, why they're hitting you, but you know that you're trying to save your teeth.
It's all part of the gangster life. Defend your turf without question, whether you want to or not.
This stuff that we deal with, a lot of times we bring it on ourselves, but a lot of times we drawn into it. We got no choice. We got no choice, just like y'all don't got no choice. When somebody's firing on you, you got to return fire.
Right.
You have to. It's either you or him.
Let me ask you a question. Has there been any tension since this morning or this afternoon?
Right now, we're on DEFCON 2 right now. The sad thing is about it that there's a crap load of Sureños compared to the paisanos. There's a lot more of them than us.
Go ahead and make a right, please.
Yes, sir.
With the interrogation complete, Dorado sees the doctors.
It was more swollen, but it kind of went down.
And while the wounds will heal, he's being moved out of his module by the gang unit into segregation for his part in the fight. Just another chapter in the life of a gangster. Dorado is back in jail once again on a probation violation. The latest in a series of lockups in a life marked by drugs and hustling. But this stint couldn't have come at a worse time. News has come that one of his sons is ill.
5 days after I get arrested, 5, 6, 7 days after he falls on the ground, he faints. He has some sort of tumor that's blocking his oxygen and blood flow to the brain or whatever. It's high risk, they're calling all over Vegas. They're trying to contact me. I don't know about this. They don't know I'm in jail. They take him, they find a hospital in Los Angeles. They transport him ASAP, stat, to LA. because it's bad. On the day that he's getting operated on, or that he wasn't in surgery, I remember getting this feeling, this dream of my son. And I remember waking up and I was like, damn, I got a call.
Ramon Dorado.
For his part in the fight, Dorado is on lockdown, waiting for a new unit assignment, which means just 1 hour of rec a day and short time to get to the phones. But he's run out of money.
Hey, Mississippi.
And he needs help.
You got any numbers for good bail bonds to do a couple of three-ways?
His strategy: try to convince bail bondsmen to connect him on a three-way call.
378, what else? Oh, it is, man. Can't help it sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a blocked number, Mississippi. I did.
But with little success, getting caught in a fight comes with a price.
I'm punished. I feel like forgotten because this happened on Tuesday, today's Friday. I haven't been able to talk to my son once.
Dorado may be stuck in isolation, but his old unit is still on edge. An unbalanced playing field can lead to a power play. So the race is on to find the Sereno shot caller and talk him down. If the gang unit can't settle the dispute, the conflict could escalate.
There's tension between our Paisas and our Serenos up there, and it could take one small incident to get into a bigger incident to erupt into a huge incident.
At the Clark County Detention Center, Judgment Day has come for Jason Davis. For instigating a fight, he's facing a trial of sorts before the jail's Conduct Adjustment Board. And the dedicated Crip remains defiant.
Mr. Davis?
Yeah.
Come on, have a seat. Mr. Davis, I'm Officer Varner. This is Officer Lee. We're from classification. We're here to conduct your conduct adjustment hearing. You're charged with fighting or wrestling with another person. How would you plead that charge?
Guilty.
All right. What do you want to say? What happened here?
Some, I guess words was exchanged. He got disrespectful with each other, and a fight broke out right there. Both started throwing blows at each other.
All right. Who threw the first punch?
Really, I don't really know. We both.
Someone throw a tray?
No, Trey was never really through.
We're going to find you guilty of both charges. We're going to sanction you 20 days here in disciplinary housing. Any questions?
No.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
They asked me if I had something to say. I'm not going to talk to them. They had their mind made up from the jump. They should have just went on, slid a paper under my door and told me that, here, you get them doing 25 days. I'd rather get it like that. I ain't got to say to them. Simple as that. Straight up. I'm gonna go sit in the hole and then get out of the hole and then come out with people respecting me now, like, all right, you know, don't around with him. He with the business, you know what I'm saying? And then do I like being up here? Hell no. So hopefully nobody disrespect me. That's what we hope. But next disrespect me, I'll be right back up in here. Simple as that.
Davis's plan seems to be working. Word of the fight is already spreading, adding to his growing reputation.
Hey, but you see how I smashed him out, though, right? Yeah, you whooped his ass. I know.
As Davis settles into the hole, Ramon Dorado is hoping to get out. It's been a week since he's gotten any news of his son's health. But he's finally getting his day in court. And with it, a chance at an OR, a release on his own recognizance until trial. But it's a long shot for a repeat offender.
I'm gonna plead for an OR, a release, to go see my son. I need to go see my son. He doesn't know I'm in here. Yeah, I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm scared. My family really needs me, and they needed me back then. And I've been thinking, why am I in here? But it's my fault. It's my fault for the mistakes that I did in the past. It comes to bite you.
Ramon Dorado, 11F21940. Since the district attorney intends to proceed.
Yes, Your Honor, I wanted to address his custody status. He has every incentive to show up to court, Your Honor, because if he makes one mistake, he will be doing a minimum of 3 years, and we ask that he be released on OR.
May I speak?
You can, but just don't make any admissions about your case.
Now, my son, this is personal. My son had a tumor, just recently removed. I was in custody. I didn't know. My family was looking for me. They didn't know I was in here. This is an emergency at home. I need to go home, and I need to attend my son.
What I'm trying to figure out is why you would be reinstated on probation. You do have a record. They are, nonviolent offenses, but you do have a record. So typically you wouldn't be a candidate for an own recognizance release in my case, but since you have a probation officer looking after you, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance and we'll set your preliminary hearing in the ordinary course. That's going to be about a month out. Don't even pick up one single traffic ticket while you're out on my case.
You know, my feelings right now are still, the adrenaline is going. I can't help shaking inside. 90% of the time when they say he got your record, you're done. They ain't gonna let you go nowhere.
Dorado. Sir, come on, Hunter, come on. Come on. You guys, it's not your turn yet.
Dorado now returns to the street, to the free world, and finally, access to a cell phone to call his son.
And Joe. Yeah? Oh, hi, mijo. Hi. Listen, I'm gonna be seeing you as soon as you guys get in. Sorry I couldn't get here earlier. Things happen. But, what did the surgeon say? He said you okay, good?
Yeah, for now.
For now?
Yeah.
I love you, son. I love you so much, man, I miss you.
Dorado may be out, but getting home is the real challenge. His family is still in California, and probation means staying in Nevada. Leaving Las Vegas will be harder than it seems. At the Clark County Detention Center, the gang unit is on the move again. They're headed to the cell of a high-security inmate, a shot caller from a Nevada gang on lockdown, where there's been an alarming discovery during a routine inspection.
This is unusual, okay? This part right here was kind of ground away. So, taps. Hear the difference? Hollow. I don't know what, I've never seen something like this done before in here. This is an ADSEG unit, and what makes this significant is this unit is specifically designed to prevent contraband from going cell to cell. Potentially, they're hiding contraband behind there. There might be a weapon behind there. There might be WELAs, hit list, whatever, any type of contraband that we don't want them to have. We're going to go ahead and remove this block just to make sure that there's nothing behind it. They're going to get the CERT team, go through each room, check the blocks, check for hollowness, and then find out if there's anything else going on in here.
Strip down your boxers.
The CERT team rolls in to subdue the unit.
You're out, face the wall.
And the officers mobilize for a full-on shakedown.
What happened yesterday has changed today. They're always hiding stuff and finding new places to hide stuff.
They uncover typical contraband, like gang drawings.
Santa Martes, he's the patron saint for the drug runners, or people who shouldn't be around other people. They need to be locked up. They, are represented, then they're possibly a hitman, or basically praying to be able to kill versus being killed. So definitely something to pass on to Intel.
And a hidden stockpile of a hygienic product being saved as a weapon.
There's 2 tablespoons. It's like there's almost a cup worth. It's a chemical that will eat the hair off your skin. But if this was thrown in somebody's face during a riot or a fight, or an officer entered in the room, he's going to be out of commission. He's not going to be able to take care of himself.
Nothing is found inside the brick, but it's an ominous reminder. The price of security is constant vigilance. Upstairs in the segregation unit, officers continue their daily routine. And today, the gang unit is tying up loose ends from the fight in 7A. After thorough investigation, they've identified Luis Ramirez as the aggressor. And now he faces disciplinary action.
Or tell him he was charged for battery. How does he plead guilty, not guilty, or no pleas?
Culpable o inocente? Culpable. Guilty.
But he's sticking to his story, claiming he was caught in the crossfire.
2 other people were arguing.
Okay.
Para que no se hiciera el problema más grande.
So the problem won't get any bigger.
Okay.
Yo quería separar el problema.
He wanted to separate the problem.
Pled guilty, we're gonna find him guilty and give him 30 days disciplinary housing.
He has no questions.
Okay, perfect.
Gracias.
We're good.
Gracias.
He's going to be maxed out in disciplinary housing, meaning he's going to stay here in disciplinary housing for the remainder of his stay.
With Ramirez on lockdown for good, there's one final step to restore order in 7A. Gang Unit Officer Seeley has gotten the break he needs and is calling down a potential Sereno shot caller in hopes of bringing an end to the tension.
And when I pull you guys down and you don't want to tell me what's going on, I have to dig and dig and dig and dig. Well, that's my job. Your job is to not tell me. My job is to find out. So, right? Okay. As long as we understand each other. These guys are not going to tell us anything. It's part of their protocol. So if they do, then they're going to be in bad standing, and that's just the way that they're raised, the way that they're educated. So you're going to pull them down, they're going to deflect, they're going to say, I don't know anything. It's expected. I have information, and I've known that you're one of the key carriers up there. And I already know that there's been threats that have been made up there, all right?
I'm nobody, man.
That's what they always tell me, man. Look at me in my eyes. Do I look like an idiot?
I'm not saying that, man.
Okay. Well, don't insult me then. I understand Sereno politics, okay? I've been in this game for a long time. I've worked 15 years in gangs, all right? They're locked down because the Paisas and the Hispanics had some issues, right? All right? My thing is this. Now that you're gone, if I leave your number 2 up there, is he gonna be starting some or is he gonna be cool?
Everything's cool, man.
Yeah?
Disrupt and divide. A classic page out of the gang unit's playbook. And with this final move, hopefully, the tension is at an end.
But we're just going to move him to another module. We'll keep monitoring him. And, if he raises his head again, then we'll give us justification to put him in lockdown for the rest of his time.
The Serenos that were causing problems in there, they were removed from the issue. I don't foresee any other issues. Back to regular programming for the housing unit until the next incident occurs.
At Vegas's largest jail, Release day has come for Jason Davis. But rather than heading to the streets, he's riding out to prison. It's a homecoming of sorts, a return to familiar territory.
I've been through prison. I've been groomed by a lot of older cats that's wise, that's up in the joint. I'm ready to do my time and get it over with. See, when you get up to the pen, it might give you a little bit more respect. Up there in prison, they understand that some people, this is their home now.
Davis will do at least 3 years behind bars. Time to continue building his reputation. A reputation that is vital in the ongoing life of a gangster.
Whatever you looked at as in prison, you know, it follows your ass to the streets. Don't think you can PC up or not catch no face and then get up out of there, sling, skate, and don't worry about nothing on the street. Everybody still know, because prison run the streets. Get that right, you know what I'm saying? Everything you do in prison will be known on the streets. And I choose to do what I do, you know what I'm saying? I choose to do this, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like somebody pushing me to do it. I'm out there hustling. They've let me out here today, but I'm going right back to hustle, you know what I'm saying? Any day I choose to stop, like God said, he only pity fools and babies, you know what I'm saying? We all got minds on our head. We know what the hell we doing. I know right and I know wrong. I know I can get out there and, you know, get a job and all this other stuff and be cool and then stay low, stay with my girl, my kids, and just be cool. I choose to be in this dumb, you know what I'm saying? So until that day I choose not to be in it, I'm gonna be in it, you know what I'm saying?
The Vegas jail loses an inmate. But as always, it gains another. Upstairs, a regular visitor is settling back in, again. Ramon Dorado has come home.
I get out there, everything's going good. I report the parole and probation officer. They give me all these rules and regulations. I said, I need permission to go out of state. I need to see my son. This is what you got to do, ask for permission, and in 30 days you'll find out. During those days, I feel my family's not telling me something. Every time I'm asking about Gabriel, it's like they're sidestepping me. I ain't dumb, I'm doing what I got to do. I start my work and all this stuff. I got my high hopes up.
But before the paperwork cleared, news came from California. His son is dead.
I remember stopping in the first liquor. It was right around the corner. And I sat there for, I don't know, for an amount of time. I downed that fifth, I don't know, fast. And from there on, it's just, I went on one. I went on one. The first thing in my mind was, I'm gonna die. Hell with PNP, the hell with the state, the hell with this, the hell with that, the hell with me. I didn't want to feel I stopped caring. I didn't care. Suicide by cop is, it's a way to go out, I guess, if you're not man enough to shoot yourself. I remember getting arrested. Next thing I'm getting arrested. And I'm thinking to myself, this is it. This is how I'm going to die. Next thing I know, somehow I break those handcuffs. Now I'm screaming at him and I'm refusing every order he's given me. Shoot me. You didn't do it. They didn't do it.
Dorado, the career gangster and hustler, escapes the standoff with his life, or what's left of it.
Now you just failed as a husband, you failed as a brother, you failed as a son, and you failed as a father. A lot of people get out of jail. They get out of jail, they're free, physically. They're still in prison mentally. I guess I'm still a prisoner of my own mind.